Hello everybody, Animation from Caitlin here, and if the microphone quality sounds weird, it's because I am not using one. The microphone should be coming in on Monday, so hopefully I'll have good audio by Monday. It better not be bad audio, because that microphone cost me a pretty penny and I'm not very happy about it, but you do what you gotta do, and it was time for an upgrade anyway. So, hello everybody! So I found some concept art for my Sword and Blade comic and thought, you know what? Might as well show you. I have here actual concept art on actual paper. Isn't that insane? And I'm going to be explaining some of the, some of the storylines, some of the stuff that never actually made it in. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so up first, we have concept art for Ruff, Tuff, and Dave. And as you can see here, Ruff and Tuff are a little bit different. For instance, Ruff's hands are darker rather than lighter, and they're actually attached to her body, which back then it was a him. He's got like this baseball bat back then, I don't know why. Dave is pretty much the same. I don't think I kept the rip in the jeans. But other than that, it's pretty much identical. I mean, he's pretty much copying, what's-his-face, Zaz from Sonic, so not much of a deal anyway. Tuff, on the other hand, his head was much bigger, and his legs were much shorter back then. He's definitely changed quite a bit. Interesting, isn't it? Concept art. Alright, next up, we have me exploring for the first time, the way I can actually make him emote, which is using this little dark part, actually using it as eyebrows, and I was very proud of this. You see his cape had like a little stitch thing at some point. Sword. So we got sad or trying to look happy. It just depends on how you look at the face, like the context of the scene. Like if he was saying like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," it looks like he's saying "I'm so sorry," but at the same time, if he's saying like, "Oh no, it's okay," it also looks like he's, trying to be optimistic, even though he's very clearly heartbroken. So this one's just plain old sad / worried, happy and hopeful, very angry, shocked, not impressed or confused. The bottom, we have me trying to experiment with what he would look like from the side, what he would look like from the top, as I said, his little cape and his name. And once I got that done, I was like, alright, new challenge, how do I make the faceless Blade emote? And that's what I came up with using the rim of his hat as sort of eyebrows. So, surprised or scared, confused, sad or concerned. So, add a worry drip, and he looks worried now, too. Although this one just says no. Mad. It looks like he's kind of backing up, so I put, uh-oh. He's sitting down. And this one, it looks like his shoulder's bleeding, so I guess he got into a fight there. So, yeah. Expressions. Also, I don't know if I showed you or the camera cut it off, but it actually says expressions if I can. It's me trying. This was the first attempt at making expressions. And then I have his arm. I guess there was a reference for his arm. I don't know why, but yeah. Alright, up next we have this thing, which is Monster 1. So you see, I did roll. Tears into Blade and nearly kills him. Size that was supposed to be the size of him. I think I made him a little bit bigger in the final version, but color, if I do, Ridley colors, but more blue and green. I ended up just pretty much making him blue and green. And lo and behold, Monster 2. I hated this drawing. So, Monster 2, the roll up here is attacks Sword and Blade, and they kill it. Wow, straightforward there. Sword and Blades use parts of it for their outfit, which is true. Blade uses the fur for his shoulder pad things, and the teeth / claws are they made weapons from them until they could find better ones. Now that was a part of the story that I didn't actually really implement. I circled that. That made that. As you can see, this creature is definitely grown in size. So it was originally going to be a lot smaller, apparently. It was originally going to have 2 tails. They both look like they were ripped, but at different angles or something. Its ears were supposed to be all bitten off. It's had a scar. I don't think it had a scar in the official version. I could be wrong. Haven't watched it in a while. But yes, here is Monster 2. And ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the first drawing I have ever done for the Sword and Blade comic. Aren't they beautiful? I think this is, like, my attempt at size, like, height. So, Sword was supposed to have this, and Blade was supposed to have that. This got scrapped, and they kind of just shared the broken sword, which was actually kind of funny. It made for some iconic scenes. So, for Sword, I did a little profile here, I suppose. After the attack, his foot / leg, question mark, wherever this area is, I suppose, is pretty much destroyed. So he can barely walk. So, yeah, that kind of got scrapped, kind of. You can tell that he's limping in the comic, but he's not, like, unable to walk completely. So he can be seen trying to rinse off all the blood in the stream when Blade wakes up. That is true. Go watch the comic and you'll see that I stuck to this pretty heavily. For Blade's little character profile, it says, after the attack, his entire chest is pretty much messed up. That is true. As you can see in the original, his sash, he had like a little sash that I did not keep, oddly enough. I do not know why. So it was scratched and torn and he's all bloodied up. So his sash was ripped off, but Sword saved it too. I scrapped that idea because, like, there's no reason for it. However, they do have a bag in part 3, I believe. Yeah, in part 3. But it's not ever mentioned that it belonged to Blade. So I guess that was kind of a little Easter egg, a little nod to what was supposed to happen. Blade was given a dagger from Sword. That would never happened. But Sword picked up an old sword to fight off Monster 1 while it was trying to kill Blade. After they got away, he kept it. Sash was supposed to go across here, and he was supposed to have a belt, which kind of makes them look like twins, and I guess I scrapped that. So, yeah. And now something very interesting for your viewing pleasure. A scrapped opening for the finale. They're walking. And he goes, "Whoa, I never saw these part of the woods before." And, oh, don't tell me you're scared. No, totally not. As I said, I'm practically an adult. His sword, he steps on a twig, gets scared. Ah! Is he laughing? Yep, nerves of steel. He is so dead. So, well, boys, here we are, your new home. And it was originally going to be a cabin in the woods, as you can see. Very interesting. I was gonna make some pretty stupid jokes about it. But yeah, cabin in the woods, not like a secret underground base. Sword, I'm glad you're the grown-up, because I am way too mentally broken to be brave right now. Yeah, poor Blade. So they open the door, they come on in. The cabin ain't gonna bite. I don't think. And then it's supposed to be from the closed door to them opening it, and they're standing in there like, I don't think I want to go in. But yeah, that was the original opening, but then I got as far as that and was like, you know what? I don't like the idea of a cabin in the woods, so I gave them a completely different base. All 3 of them were gonna be monsters. As you can see, they're not looking very happy. Ruff was also supposed to be a shapeshifter, but somewhere along the lines, I decided that I didn't want her to be. So I changed it and just made them the monsters. I guess because that one looks like a Kirby character, and these 2 are just monstrosities in general. But yeah, originally it was going to be all 3 of them as monsters, and I thought that's a little interesting fact that you might want to know about the comic. As far as the comic in general goes, I'm very proud of it, and it took a very long time to make. So if you do have time, you can go look it up. I believe it's a playlist, which should be popping up right about now. Here it is. Clicky, clicky. So yeah, that is concept art for the Sword and Blade. And if you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay creative. Bye!